Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about this. This is amazing.
He's mine now.
What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the Minecraft Pixel Art project. This is Volkus again. Before we start with the main focus of the video, which is going to be the new things I've built, obviously, I have a couple of quick announcements I want to make. First of all, if you see a channel called The Pie, then that is Alex Film and Gaming Studios, also formerly known as Star Wars and Trains. So if you subscribe to him under any of those two other names, then that is who The Pie is, and you should not unsubscribe from him. Secondly, I've reactivated my original channel that started in 2012 with over 150 subscribers now. It only has a couple of videos on it now because most of the really cringy ones are private, but one of them on there has got 75k views, which I've obviously kept up, and it's not that bad compared to some of my other videos. But yeah, I will be posting some content on there as well in the future, not just those few old videos. So if you want to go subscribe to that, it's linked in the description below. And the final announcement I want to make is that I'm actually kind of dissatisfied with my promotion of one of my recent videos, because my original Pokemon deck video has got an absolute crap ton of views, which, I mean, obviously I'm thankful for that, but I've no idea why, because I think it's a really crap video. I've made an updated one recently that has a ton of improvement over the original. A much better deck, much better setup, much better audio, just everything is so much better. And I really hope that if any of you are watching this who've seen that video and haven't seen my new one, obviously, then if you could go check that out, that would be awesome. So that's enough off-topic stuff. Let's get into the main focus of the video. So obviously right here, all these mushrooms you should have seen already. If any of these look completely new to you at the front here, please go do watch my previous two videos, which I made on these mushrooms right here, if you want to see any of these. So the new mushrooms, there's only a few because I've now finished on my mushrooms, for now at least. If you guys know any mushrooms that you think I should build that I haven't made, put them in the comments below and I'll consider your suggestion. Any fan-made ones like a watermelon or Star Wars ones over there don't count, they are just separate, but these are only for official designs. So if you have any official designs, then yeah. This is the Mario Galaxy and Odyssey row, and it turns out Odyssey doesn't have any unique mushrooms that I could see. This is the bee mushroom which we built last time, but first of all we've got right here, this is the life mushroom, which if you, in the Mario Galaxy game, when you collect this, it gives you 6 chunks of life instead of only 3, and it plays da 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 da. I love getting these for that reason. But this is actually my own custom design. Obviously the style of the head, of the face rather, you've seen on other designs that I used a picture I found online for, but this everything else about this mushroom wasn't from a sprite. I actually made it just from looking at the 3D model. I tried to convert it to a sprite as best I could. I think it came out by far the best out of the 4 new mushrooms I've made for this row. Out of this entire row, I still can't decide between either this one or the bee mushroom as my personal favourite for this row. But personally for me, this one I think came out really, really nicely. Next we have the boulder mushroom, and the shape is supposed to be malformed like that because like the chunks of rock don't sit smoothly on it. The mushroom looks great in the game, as do all of these, but my version of it, it's okay. I'd probably say it's like a 5 or 6 out of 10 recreation of the design. Again, if you guys have opinions that you care to let me know, whatever, I'm happy to hear all of them. But I personally think this one is okay. Not as good as these, but it's decent. Then we have this disaster. So this is like a 1 or 2 out of 10 for me, because although I will admit I did the best, well, what I thought I could do with the blocks available, things I'm probably going to change, like I'm probably going to change this grey wool to either the terracotta or anything else that doesn't look as crappy. It just looks nothing like the spring mushroom, which is what it's supposed to be. I mean, just Google spring mushroom and you'll see what I mean. Just awful. In my defense, there was no sprite, but still, I didn't have a sprite for either of these two, and they still came out looking good. And half of that was improvised with no sprite as well, and that came out looking pretty great. So this is just horrible. Then we have the Boo Mushroom, which is the only mushroom in Galaxy 2 that is actually different, like only in that game. So the Boo Mushroom turns you into a Boo, which I think is really cool. But my design of it is okay, considering the scale, and I had no sprite once again. So considering that, I think it came out okay, but probably could be improved. I'm just not sure how at the moment. So those are the mushrooms. Feel free to let me know your favourites. I'm not going to say that again because I've said that about 5 times now. So sorry about that. But yeah, be sure to tell me your favourites. No, I'm kidding. Right. So those are all the mushrooms now. I don't have any plans to build more currently. I'm focused on other things. Partly focused on helping one of my friends build his house, and this video I'm going to show you more builds that they've done, because I kind of want to promote all their work as well as mine. Well, some of us are working more than others, Mr. Jones. But anyway, moving on. You probably read the title, well, I hope, when you clicked on the video, so you're not stupid. You'll know that this was coming. I have started making fire flowers now as well, and I think they're going pretty well so far, although I am having considerably more difficulty building them than the mushrooms. And I think it's because the mushrooms overall are far less variable in their designs. Like, they almost all look like either that kind of shape or that kind of shape, or no, not that kind of shape, or the Mario 3 Mario World kind of design. That's what most of them look like. And then when they do deviate, things like this or this aren't exactly difficult to build. However, the fire flowers, that is definitely not the case. This includes both my hardest, largest, and probably just most crazy builds that I've done so far in the world. So, at least it's something cool to show you. So first of all, we have the fire flower that started it all. This is from the original Super Mario Bros. And it is my first double-sided pixel art I've made. I usually don't like making them, but I thought for this one I'd make an exception to see how it went. I kind of like it being double-sided, but kind of don't, so I'm mixed on it. But the other side is the colour it flashes to, which I think is pretty cool to have there. Next we have the Mario Bros. 3 version. The Mario Maker version is different, and I will be adding that in later down the row, but the original stays here. And personally, I do kind of like the change Mario Maker made, but the black and white version is classic. Then we have another classic right here. This is probably my second favourite design of Fire Flower, apart from the modern design. And this is the Mario World Flower, which is an absolute mega classic. And this is probably still my favourite flower that uses this 3-spiked happy face design, which I do really like. It's like a tulip kind of thing with a happy looking face, so I don't know, I like it. And it dances as well, which I think is pretty cool. Great fire flower. And then these two are weird. They kind of look like what people try and build of them when they don't have a picture, because it's differently shaped. But these are actually from a game on the NES called Yoshi, just Yoshi, which I know absolutely nothing about. It came out in 1991. These are both from it. That one is more usual looking, but this one is actually pretty different and unique. It's purple with a sort of tannish, light greenish colour for the leaves, which is pretty bizarre for a fire flower. So let me know if you know anything about that game, because I haven't looked at it on Wikipedia or anything. Then we come to definitely the most bizarre fire flower ever, and that is this thing. Yes, this thing is stranger than the Hotel Mario flowers, the Paper Mario flowers, any other fire flower official design I've ever seen. This thing is so much weirder than, and it's from a terrible game, but the design I think is pretty damn cool for being so different, and that is from a game called Mario is Missing on, I think it's on the NES, and it's from 1993, and it is terrible. It's like a game based on being educational over being fun, so that's kind of a disaster for a game like this. But I really love the idea of actually Mario growing fire flowers in his house. I think that's kind of cool. And also, just look how weird this thing looks. It looks, if I saw this, I genuinely would have absolutely no idea it was even from a Nintendo game. Like, I might think it was from Zelda or something, not Mario at all. So yeah, I do not know how it works in the game either. I just know it's a fire flower, so this row is strictly for fire flowers. No other flower-based power-ups. Those will be in later rows. Then we have this one, and this is kind of what I've experienced as the go-to design for when people on your Minecraft server want to make a fire flower pixel art. They'll probably do this design. Either that or the original or the Mario World one. That's what I see. But this is the most common one to me. I'm pretty sure my friend did it on our old world we had before it was deleted. But anyway, this is from Mario All-Stars from 1993, and it's just a really nice precursor to the modern design, as well as a sort of just really simple version of it, which you can, I mean, it came out first, but a really simple style version of it, which you can build very easily with only a few different colours and little experience, so it's a nice little build. Then we have this one. Now, this is a really nice one, and by the way, if you're wondering why I make some of them bigger, it's because I keep it a 1-to-1 scale with the pixels, so the ones that are way more detailed have to be massive, which, trust me, you're going to see. But this one is pretty cool, I think. It's from a game I don't know about again, called Yoshi Safari. I should probably brush up on my Yoshi games. I barely know or have played any Yoshi games, but this one is a pretty cool looking, slightly more detailed version. Do I prefer it to the Mario World one? Probably not overall, but I do think it's a really nice design. I like that Mario World one has the third sort of petal in the middle is bigger than the other two. And that one, it isn't really, but yeah. Now this one you might be wondering, the frickin' hell is that? And that is from Hotel Mario. Again, another terrible game, but unlike Mario is Missing, it's also amazing, because the memes are just so goddamn funny, gay Luigi. But anyway, so this is weird, and it's also very simple. So if you want to build a Hotel Mario pixel art in your world, you can build that as well. But you should only build it if it's been one of those days. So yeah, moving on. This is the Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins design. And this one is actually pretty cool and pretty popular as well. One of my friends says it's one of his favourite designs. And it is pretty. But anyway, so this is black and white because it's obviously from the Game Boy game. And it is nice. The colours are very, very simple, but I think the design it comes across with, again, the bigger petal in the middle, I always like that, and it's kind of like a cross between the Mario World design and the original design in a way, so it's pretty cool. So these two are from Paper Mario, and until today, the one that you can just see on the right of the screen there was the biggest pixel art I'd made. And that was really hard. It took me over an hour to build, which doesn't sound too bad for a Minecraft build, but for a pixel art, I mean, it's all 2D. You'd think it wouldn't take long, but I was trying to make it as accurate as possible, which meant it took freaking ages to correct. Compared to the one I did today, it was easy. But yeah. So this is the original Paper Mario game from 2000 in Japan and 2001 in the rest of the world. A nice little design, sort of a revamp of the Mario World 3-petaled style with the new sort of All-Stars styled eyes with a nice detailed colour. And obviously it does kind of look more like it's made out of paper mache, which is what it's going for. Well, not paper mache, but paper. This is the Paper Mario 1000-Year Door design, and my god. But apart from the build being rather painful when I did it, it's kind of funny to think how bad that was now, considering the one I built today, but the look, I think, is good. If there's one thing I would change, possibly the gold, but that's only because of the connected texture designs, and I am, if you can't tell, I'm on the Legacy Xbox One version, which I prefer to Bedrock any day, but that does mean we have the original textures, which I mostly love, but the gold, I hate the fact they had to use connected textures, but apart from that, it's really nice. And the outline in Netherwart block, I think, looks pretty good for it. Now this one right here, I'm going to try and get closer to it without fully revealing the next one. I know I just did reveal a bit of it there. But this one's actually really weird, and I really like it because it's sort of looking in a direction. It's on an angle we don't generally see. That's from Partners in Time from 2005. What a nice little design that is. And it looks pretty good, especially from further away. Now, I'm going to reveal the big one. So let's just look at the size of the shadow there. Look at the size of the shadow there. It is pretty big, and it was very difficult to build. Now, it's from the original New Super Mario Bros., and it looks like that. yeah, it came out looking pretty damn nice to me, but also, oh my god, this was bad. I had to rebuild at least, you see the eyes in the middle, and then the sort of dark yellow ring around the top there, and then there's a few little pixels there. Any colour past that ring, down right to the stem and all the green stuff, I only had to build the leaves and the stem once. All the rest of it, apart from the central eye part, I had to rebuild, and I only had like 20 or more blocks to place, and then I realised I had to rebuild it all of the head again except the middle, because of like a few blocks I'd placed wrong, which screwed the whole thing up, and that is so annoying. I honestly just wanted to blow it up with TNT, but I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't because it looks pretty cool. But yeah, I kind of feel like saying I never want to build anything like that again, but that's not really true. And also, I'm going to have to for some of the other ones, because the other ones are probably going to be worse. I can't wait. But these are the last two here. Compared to this one, they're small, but they look pretty nice, I think. So this one is weird. It only really looks good from far away, I think, because of the like extra lines and pixelation around it, but that is how the sprite looks. It is from March of the Minis, Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 March of the Minis. What the hell is this game? I've no idea. But that's its name, and it's from 2006, so I'll just go with it. But if you move a bit further away here, it looks much better from further away, and you get a better look at these two big ones as well. But yeah, that is that one. Pretty standardish design, but with very compressed detail, so like every other pixel is a different colour. And then this one here is my newest design. It's actually one of my favourite. It looks so good in pixel art form. It's such a nice sprite, and it's kind of what I would immediately, it's almost what I'd immediately think of when I think about Fire Flower. I'd say that is the closest to what I'd think of, but that is really nice as well, and a much easier build than that monstrosity. So if you want to build a Fire Flower in your world, and you haven't already built the All-Stars one, I'd personally recommend this one. Obviously, if you're trying to build it in this style. If not, then use one of the older ones, obviously. But this one is from... Oh, I haven't placed a sign. I am an idiot. So I am now going to have to check what that is from. Alright, so this is from Bowser's Inside Story. And that's a game that I would definitely want to play, and haven't got around to doing yet, but the flower looks really nice. And finally, for my builds in this video, right here, this is what it looks like when I'm about to build one of these, if you've wondered that. So first thing I do is, like a lot of builders, I lay out my palettes, which is all the blocks I'm going to use, so that if I need one I can just come and pick block it from my list, and it also sort of makes it easier for me to remember all the blocks I'm using for what colours. So I'd recommend using a palette for any build, be it a pixel art or a house, which I will show you some things we've been working on this world. And then the grass block is just to mark where I'm going to start building it. So a bit of a look into the behind the scenes process of this world, in case anyone was interested after the last two videos. And in case you're wondering what flower I'm going to build next, it is from Super Mario Bros. Wii. Luckily the first design is a simpler looking pixelated version, but it's still going to be really hard. Just please don't be as hard as that. But there is one that I refuse to build, at least until I've built like all the other easy ones, because it is the new Super Mario Bros. Wii HD one, and it looks like this, except even crisper, and with a massive black outline. It looks so good, and I really want to build it, but at the same time, this was so annoying because of the mistakes I made, and I'm so paranoid I'll do that again. Like, if I hadn't made mistakes, I would have loved every minute of building this, but I had to rebuild almost all of it again, and it was so horrible to do. Please, pixel arts, God, whatever, don't make me do that again. So, yeah, on that positive note, we'll move on to the other builds. So, yeah, make sure you let me know your favourite flower, guys. Yeah, I know I said I'd stop saying that, but hey, I only said that for the mushrooms. I can say it for the flowers again. Right. Yeah, no. So yeah, passed all the mushrooms again. My friends were complaining how long it takes to get from one end of this to the other, We usually just travel because I'm usually right down there building, and they're usually all up here because they're not allowed to build like on any of this area because of my stuff. So yeah, it makes it easier so we can just teleport to each other and traverse half the map. But yeah, speaking of maps, I need to fill in my map with all of these and see what they look like on the map. But Sign of Doom right there, legendary thing. So these are my first friend's builds I'm going to show today, and his name is Harry Jones on YouTube. So he's still got this monstrosity of a build, but and we still have this amazing memorial to the rest of it, which was blown up. He actually finished the watermelon mushroom. Like, oh my god, congratulations, Harry! You are the fastest builder on this planet. So then we got this stupid pile of blocks, this, and the summer camp. Oh, it's a lovely summer camp for, you know. We've got a really nice shower at the back of there as well. So yeah, it's you can get nice and clean before you have your lovely summer holiday. Please don't take this down, YouTube. But anyway, so I actually want to show you this part of his house here that I believe it was the last video I said I liked it. I like it more now because he's revealed to me that the gate here actually works. So there it is. You pull this lever and it shuts the gate. So if I pull it again, it will open it back up. So yeah, sorry about that, I had to readjust my headset. Nothing else really here. Now this looks so nice so far that I'm actually kind of jealous that it's not my house, but it is mostly my build. But I will give him all the credit where it's due. So he asked me for a pallet of blocks, and I gave him like 5 or 6 more blocks than these, but these were the main blocks. The rest of the box I gave him are inside. So then he built this box of dark oak, and then he came up with this really nice original design idea for the inside with the stairs in the middle that then come up here. And I was pretty impressed with that nice design on the inside. But what else did he actually make? It sounds like I'm being mean. I'm genuinely just trying to think what was my build and what was his. I think, yeah, and the use of blocks for the inside, like the sandstone for the floor with the nice whatever those blocks are called on the floor and stuff. The block placement ideas were mostly his. The actual build is a lot me. I'm just trying to be honest. This amazing design for the shutters I did not come up with using acacia doors. I just found it online. But the rest of the build I made, and I'm pretty pleased with it so far. I mean, it isn't my house, and it's nowhere near finished because I'm just leaving ideas out there so we can talk about them tomorrow and experiment. My favourite part by far of the house is the front and the inside. So the front I think looks really nice with the layered arch, the blocks out here, the windows, and just some of the detailing I think is really good. When you come inside, and I kind of trolled them with that door, it looks really cool in here, I think. Absolutely awesome. So I have this blue sort of circle around here with a line through the middle because blue's his favourite colour apparently. I framed the inside with acacia because I think it's a nice contrasting colour to the sandstone and the bricks. The stair design, he came up with it, and it does kind of look like they're floating, but there isn't really a way for me to fix that and make good use of this, which is going to be the stairway down to a lower level. Because this is a super flat world, but I made sure to minecart. I made sure to make it a deep one so we could build underground. Then up here we've got the the second floor so far, and I think it looks nice. I'm going to have some glass in there so you can see down. But yeah, this is this house so far. And then right here, I'm probably going to get rid of most of this additional stuff, but this is like my ideas for an extension on each side, because I think a plain box is not good for building houses. So yeah, that's his builds. A couple more builds to not shover, to cover, and then the video will be over. Now, I just want to say, Joe's Pokemon builds are nice, but I can't, Bird, you'll know him as, I can't unsee this now. It's hilarious. It looks like the Meloetta is standing there minding its own business, and then the Trico has just been like dived in, going, dead booty. I can't unsee that now. I'm so glad he built those next to each other. But look at its face. It looks like it's like in a horny rage. It's so funny. I love that. That is the best. And it looks like the Blaziken was like, damn, dead ass, and the Trico's like, Okay, I am gonna stop ruining his builds now, or making them better, you decide. But yeah, that is a Blaziken. He hasn't finished that one yet. Moving away from this, we have the sorry man, the Cyndaquil, the there's a Chocobo back there, the Animal Crossing Leaf. I showed these before. What am I doing? Wait, which ones are new? There's the Slime from Dragon Quest Builders, the Kirby. Oh yeah, there's one. The Game Boy Mushroom. There's the Zorua and the Mew, the Darkrai. Did I show that? I don't think I did. There's the Darkrai. And then finally we have the God himself, the definitely not an annoying, stupid Pokemon, and our Lord and Saviour Bidoof. And our other Lord and Saviour, yeah, what about me? What about old Shuckle? You only get that if you watch Dorkly videos, but yeah, he is, like the original sprite was just that block I decided to add, and that one block turned it into the Dorkly Shuckle, because it's smiling now. So yeah, those are Joe's builds. The final builder on this world that I want to talk about. Well, the only other builder. I'm not snubbing some random guy building on my world. Is the Pie on YouTube. I think I mentioned that. Yeah, he's changed his channel name, so don't unsubscribe from the Pie, because you think it's a new channel if you are subscribed to Alex Film and Gaming. But this is the start of what he's planning to turn into a Covenant base. So I really like the effect he used down below to make it look like an endless chasm, and on camera it kind of actually does look endless, but there is actually stuff down there. But he made this cool looking, it looks more Forerunner than Covenant to me, but that's kind of appropriate, I guess, because light bridges are not from the Covenant. The Covenant have not been able to use light in their technology because the Foreigners made light bridges. Yeah, the Covenant used plasma, not hard light. Just thought I'd let you know. He's a bit of a casual, but yeah, he's a good Halo builder. He's going to comment something very mean below now, I just know. But yeah, I'm saying he's got a good build, so he can't say anything too nasty. There's the Halo logo from last time. Here's the palette. He asked me to give him a palette as well when I gave it to Harry, which is where the whole idea for a Covenant base came from, because he said, I was halfway through giving him a really nice palette, and then he said, make it Halo themed. So I had to start all over again, but yeah, here are the blocks I gave him for a Halo themed build. And yeah, we'll see what he does with that. I don't think there's anything else. I think I've shown these. This is the new energy sword he made with Did he get rid of those? The lights I put on the back. Oh, why did he get rid of those? They look really good in the dark, but I put the sea lanterns on the back. Anyway. And then the Covenant Carbine. Yeah. So, thank you for watching this episode. I don't think I've missed anything like in the first video. I'm still kind of annoyed at myself that I didn't place that one sign. That's the entire reason I just split this video into two parts of filming. Obviously, you'll only see this as one part, but I had to make a cut, so yeah. This series is going to continue, and I'm going to build more PixArts and stuff, and the mushrooms, I think, I'm pretty satisfied with what the mushrooms are looking like at the moment. I might actually turn clouds off on this world, because I think you can do that on the Xbox version, I can't remember, but they're kind of annoying. They get in the way when I want to do a nice overview like this, but I won't do a pan of the mushrooms because you've already seen basically all of them before. I will do a pan of the fireflowers, and I don't think I have anything else to talk about in this video. But yeah, this has been Volcus. Oh, actually, you know what? While I do the pan, I do have one more thing to talk about, actually. Why do I always think of things when I'm in the middle of doing the outro? That's annoying, man. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but some of the other videos that I want to make soon. So, well, I might as well talk about that while we pan past the flowers. You can always turn the video volume down if you don't want to hear my less than soothing voice, but the next few videos I've already talked about on my Discord, which if you haven't joined, go do that, by the way. I made a video about it with a link that should work. If it doesn't, then if you reply to that comment, I'll set up a new link that will work. Sorry for the chat, by the way. The next videos. So the next few videos I want to make are, one of them I said I was going to make a video on Onision again. I mean, the last one I made was basically like a 10-second shit post. I was going to make an actual serious video, something about reasons why you shouldn't feel bad for him, like if people are new to the whole situation. But at this point, I'm pretty sure everyone and their cousin's sister's brother has already made a video about Onision, and that's not a bad thing. I want to make that clear. I really want as many people as possible to come together and get that piece of trash off of this website and the entire internet, hopefully, and also in a jail cell. If you think that's extreme, you obviously haven't seen what he's done. I'm serious. He really does deserve to be in prison. It involves child abuse and sexual abuse. So yeah, it's bad. But apart from that video, which I might not make now, I might make it if anyone wants it, or if I really want to make it for some reason, but it's kind of an obsolete topic for me to make a channel with 70 subscribers. I know I just said I want many people to make it, but I kind of think that I don't need to make one, to be honest. With all the influence and stuff with Chris Hansen, I'm probably not going to change even one person's perspective on it, but yeah. If you guys disagree with me and think I should make it, tell me about it. But other videos I actually might make include some list videos about actual relevant stuff to this channel, not just random crap like top 10. I hate it when I can't think of stuff to say, but yeah, you know what I mean, hopefully. God's sake. I'm so terrible at filming unscripted videos sometimes, but yeah, I'm trying to remember another specific example of a video, and I literally can't right now, so I'm just going to look down at the floor and put it on the screen so you can easily see what that video is. But yeah, I'll put some information about it on the screen as well. I mean, I could start scripting these videos, but I don't really want them to be that formal. But yeah, I'm going to go now because this video has been stupid long. If you're stuck around to the end of it, thank you so much. And please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you liked this and want to see more content like it, because we are reaching 100 subscribers very soon, because we're on like 80 now. And I haven't done that since my first channel, which I've reactivated. But yeah, that would be cool. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry for rambling like an idiot. And thank you, Cloud, for ruining the last part of the video.